everybody. This is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for this devotional. We're in Acts chapter 20. I'm going to be reading verses 4 through 6. Here's the text. Sopater the Berean, son of Pyrrhus, accompanied him, and of the Thessalonians Aristarchus and Secundus and Gaius of Derbe and Timothy, of the Asians Tychicus and Trophimus. These men went on ahead and were waiting for us at Troas, but we sailed away from Philippi after the days of Unleavened Bread, and in 5 days we came to them at Troas, where we stayed for 7 days. Now, this may look like a random list of men here, but it's not. It's 7 strategic men traveling with Paul from 3 different areas. Sopater, Aristarchus, and Secundus were 3 representatives from Macedonian churches. Gaius and Timothy were 2 representatives from southern Galatian churches, and Tychicus and Trophimus were 2 representatives from Asian churches. And the reason that they're traveling with Paul, who's the 8th man of the group, well, was because Paul had a large amount of money that he was bringing to the church in Jerusalem. Now, there are 2 great lessons here for us as men. First, men need other men for protection from external enemies. We need protection because there are always those who want to oppose us in life, right? There are predators out there who seek to inflict harm on men who travel life alone. Yet when we travel together, external threats are minimized, not eliminated, but definitely diminished. Second, men need other men for protection from internal enemies too. The true enemy we all fight is born in the heart of a man. It's not always external, as if it never happens to the follower. Selfishness and sin can find their way even into a devout believer's heart. But when we have other traveling companions around us, we have men to help us mediate and redirect our selfishness and sin, hopefully before it becomes an external threat, right? So Paul does something here we should all do. He takes positive, proactive, spiritual action by putting himself in the company of other men to protect himself from both of these threats, that internal and external threat. So today, if you don't have a Christian traveling buddy or companion in this life, you need to get one. I would address this immediately. And here's a step you could take. Take another brother you know out to lunch this week. Pay for his meal and pick his brain for some advice in an area that's presently challenging for you, and discover the value of brotherhood, one that protects you from the enemy without and the enemy within. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me today. If you enjoyed this devotional, share it with someone you know. Give it a like, hit subscribe, and I'll join you right back here again tomorrow.